cross you. Grab the ones you love. Give them some hugs. This is the kind of mood that we feeling for the Aries Moons. Let me turn this down. We'll keep that going. Welcome. This video is for the Aries moon signs. So if you have a moon in Aries in your natal birth chart, this video is specifically for you. This can apply to anyone who finds this message, but just to keep it fun and interesting and a little bit more detailed in what could possibly be offered in assistance, because everybody is always going at different paces at different times on their own journeys. And so again, I welcome you and I thank you so much for being here. The tarot deck that I'm going to be using is the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition card deck, and this is from Diana McMahon Collis. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling, and this will be a 6-card reading. I hope that you all are doing well and feeling well. Just from what I've been getting and channeling upon coming into this reading, it's a very lovey-dovey feeling. I feel like a lot is being done on the sly, where there's a lot of modesty on the outside, but there's a lot going on the inside. And the reason why I chose this particular background is just because I was feeling picnic vibes. And so some of you may have had a picnic. You love having picnics, going on picnics, might be planning a picnic. I also got Yogi Bear. So some of you may watch the cartoon and enjoy Yogi Bear. He was always having picnics that he wasn't supposed to be having in Yellowstone Park. Oh, it's a fun cartoon. All right, so feeling pretty good about that. For that, we'll go ahead and split the deck, and we will get started. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way here. Make sure we can kind of see that there so we can see where we're getting from. Okay, so the first card that we have, very nice, is the Chariot. And so with the meaning coming from this card, I'm just feeling like a lot of assertiveness, which is explanatory of Aries, some of the Aries traits anyway, but a lot of assertiveness when it comes to creativity. Let me turn this down a little bit. Oops, I didn't mean to pause it. When it comes to creativity and freedom of expression. With the Chariot, it's about movement, fast movement towards something, I would say, coming from, anytime we're moving forward, most times it's usually towards something greater as we experience life and learn lessons and move forward. So I feel like this may just be having to do something, given that this is the first card, having to do with a creative new beginning, some way of expression. This could also be dealing with a career where one may have to travel back and forth. I'm getting a lot of excitement with it, and just looking at the card overall by itself, I'm getting that this is something that is like meant to last for a very, 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 very long time. The Chariot card is also related to the zodiac sign of Cancer. So there may be strong Cancer in your chart, having to deal with a particular situation or person in your life. This is the number 7. It's a number 7 card. 7's usually for me, coming from spirit, messages from spirit, just letting us know that we are on the right path. You may be moving towards a more spiritual path of your own. And also with the number 7, I would say also too that this has been also dealing with definitely with your spiritual side and some internal work. Just depending on what your rising sign is, I would definitely say this may have something to do with the 7th house energy, where I would see that more about dating and relationships, love, experiencing all that comes with love, anything that may have to do with love, also with getting to know yourself and embracing your shadow side. Also, that could be reinforced there with the white horse and the black horse, sun and moon energy, feminine, masculine energy, having balance, finding balance within yourself, and really having some good momentum behind that. Also being especially, I would say, guided as well. And I would say too, I'm just getting like magician energy. So you're doing some great things that are getting that's getting yourself set on moving forward into something much greater for yourself. All right, so the second card we have is the Judgment card. And so given that this is with the Chariot card, I mean, we have some great major arcana to start off with here. I would say definitely that one is reaping what they are sowing. And so just with the first card and what we got from the Chariot and the overall vibes that was coming out at the beginning of this reading, I would just say that some very good seeds have been planted. And even if they haven't, there may have been, a couple of little tiny seeds that just simply help us to grow, to present us with some work that we could do for ourselves. And like I said, with the Chariot, definitely could have been some spiritual work that's being done. In the past, it's increasing, I would say, especially with the Judgment card. Given that more of the energy from the Angel and the Judgment card is coming down on the masculine, this could be possibly dealing more with a masculine energy. And this is not gender specific. So, whether you're harnessing more of a masculine energy, this could be more grace that is falling upon you. Grace is falling upon everyone. The energy is being felt. But for some reason, this energy is particularly over this masculine, because they're all tied together with this red ribbon. So I would just say that there's some kind of, I would say, a strong sense of union that's coming together, that's in the works. The flag is really, really sticking out to me, and I'm just getting Switzerland from that. So there could be some of you who are representative of Switzerland, or have a Swiss background. You may enjoy certain things Swiss. And then I would say like the overall look of the Angel too, like it's like a really embossed and abundant angel. And so it's almost like I want to say the situation that may be experienced where judgment is coming upon someone or a situation, that this is almost like a boss angel, like one that has a lot of oversee and power, and is very, very, I would say, very, very helpful. And I'm hearing dawn of a new day. And so, yeah, I'm getting to like this is possibly an awakening. I would say, you know, some spiritual work being done and experiencing an awakening. Universe is speaking, and it's all about our perspective and how we take in what we are receiving. As far as like how we move forward and experience that. So I would definitely say here, one is reaping what one has sown. The number 20 is up here, so the 20 card. There's 2 10s. And there's also, there's 5 aces and there's 5 10s in the overall deck. One of those being the Wheel of Fortune. I just feel like this is speaking of a definite change moving forward and going forward. All right, so I think I'm feeling pretty good about all that's coming from that card. Yeah. And I am thinking to, before I move on to the next card, with the 2 10s and then coming to the 2 and 2, I would say I'm thinking, you know, like 2 of Cups, like almost like this family here is meant to be together and there's been a separation. The masculine energy is going through an awakening where he's being guided and assisted, as these 2 over here are divinely protected and safe. Not to say that the masculine isn't, but just that it's evident that the work is being done for this masculine energy. And so there may have been like a duality in personality of some sorts, or there may have been some resistance. Just things that, again, help us to become, you know, who we are truly meant to be on this earth. That's all good. All right, so let's go to the 3rd card. We have, absolutely, the Fool. And so, yeah, I would definitely say spiritual path, being brought to some endings here, coming into new beginnings where things are set to be made right, and then setting ourselves upon new adventures. Now, with Aries Moon energy, it's definitely about being a risk taker, being the one who will be that person to stand up and not even try, but just be evident amongst the crowd, just with that fire energy and the attitude of independence. So that's what I'm getting here with this Fool card. So it's like you're really embracing who you are as an individual. You're coming in to know yourself truly and definitely spiritually, and looking forward to the future, really setting your sights, I would say, upon something that's higher and of your greatest good. The sun is behind the Fool here as well. And so to me, that just speaks of enlightenment and really having things brought to light and shown to you while being protected all at the same time. The clouds here, to me, are of divinity. And so with this Fool here, he's got, you know, his bag and staff here with this pet, and he's looking forward. So this definitely speaks of making some changes, moving forward, not looking back, and I would say, you know, setting upon a new adventure. Like I'm hearing almost like starting all over again, but not really starting over again. You're starting over again, but you've got some good things right here in this little satchel here. And he's got a couple other things too with him that he's adorned with. And so he's not, there's no state of lacking here. The sun is shining on him. And again, this isn't gender specific, only going with the gender that I see in the cards here. But I'm just getting very hopeful, bright, positive, affirming, confident. And I would say at this point with this card, just kind of really assessing what's ahead, what may be ahead, you know, what promises and what goodness there is to look forward to. All right. And then I think, yeah, that's all I was getting from that. Maybe too, with this being an outdoors card too as well, just may have been some really good time spent out in nature with reflecting or meditating, or you just may like to be out in nature to clear your mind. And this is where, you know, a lot of the enlightenment comes as you are outside. And you have come upon something pretty significant and magnificent and are excited to move forward towards that. And you have great assistance behind you that is helping you to move forward and to get there. All right, so the fourth card that we have is the Six of Wands. And so I love how each of the cards as we move forward is just kind of speaking to the card that came before it. This is success, overall victory. Let me move these up and make sure we can see all the cards. But just feeling really good, feeling, I would say there's feelings of love, definitely. But overall, just feeling victorious. Especially with the Six of Wands being under the Chariot. I would say, too, also that there is success with this movement in this Chariot, and it's becoming evident. Six of Wands could also speak of a good amount of fame, receiving attention, receiving recognition. I do associate sixes with love as well. And I just feel like there's like a strong bond here. And so given that this is in front of the Fool card, I would say because of what has been sown and what is being reaped, there's a tremendous amount of victory that is not only with, it's like I'm getting like an all around thing. So there may have been a point in your life where you felt like something may have been missing. And just looking at this card, it reminds me of the Olympics too, like being the champion, the overall victor, and just feeling totally complete with what you have obtained. Wands energy is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So this could definitely be, you know, an energy that you are feeling immensely. I did mention before the reading started that like there's a feeling of like some like the modesty, but like on the inside there's like this real fiery type energy that's being like not necessarily contain, just kind of kindled. And I would say, like, in preparation of something. I feel like there's, like, with Aries, I feel like there's some kind of preparation. I was getting, like, I did Pisces moon signs before Aries. It was between Pisces and Aries. And the message that I was getting, like, because Pisces was so excited in energy to go first and to be first, because they're usually always chosen last because they're considered the 12th sign. And Aries is always first. And so it was like, well, Aries is like, I'm chill with it. It's cool. Like, almost like you're cool with situations because you are that confident and knowing of what you got going on. So I hope that made sense. I know that was kind of, well, it all relates, I guess. Because I mean, that's plain and simple truth. That's what it is. That's what it was. And that's what I was getting. So that's what I'm getting there. Oh, that's my laundry there that's ready to be folded and fluffed. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with the Six of Wands there. I don't think I'm getting too much more there. It just seems really secure, I would say, too. Like a sure thing. Okay, so the fifth card that we have here is the Hanged Man. And I would say that given that this is under the Judgment card, I'm getting like some sort of like patience being necessary. And because one was possibly keeping themselves back or holding themselves back from something significant as far as a relationship or some kind of commitment or a contract, they've been enlightened to the situation. And it could be possible that just because it took quite a while for this hangman, that's where the judgment is coming in, and the universe is kind of assisting with this hangman energy. So I would say with this being in front of the Six of Wands is just kind of speaking of what the victory was over. And it appears to be this hangman energy. So overcoming, I would say, inertia and lack of movement. And I mean, just like I was saying before, like, it's like you're kindling a fire. Like a fire is just kind of like it's started. The fire has been started, but I feel like the universe is kind of helping and maybe I would say heighten up that flame a little bit in order to keep moving. So I would say definite success over this hangman energy. And there definitely being some enlightenment. The green, also too, I feel like because he's hanging upside down and he's all in green, I just feel like the enlightenment has come upon this particular energy or person due to a great amount of love that has been shown and expressed. And I feel like too, this situation, there is some reciprocity as well. Because typically the green, which is about the heart chakra energy, is in the heart space. The illumination, which is in the, because this is the throat, we could say the third eye and the crown chakra energy, is green as well. And so I just feel like maybe there's this particular situation where there was so much time that was passing that as time continues to pass on, instead of there being the intent of something possibly going away, that it just increased to where love kind of took over and assisted with that. And I would say that love is also what I was speaking about, coming from the universe, that extra bit of love, unconditional love here, especially with the sixes here, that the Six of Wands there. So some unconditional love that was helping, and then, there just being some exchange there. So that's pretty cool that we have some very, very strong cards here. 5 out of 6 cards that are making major statements in this reading, because we only have 1 card left. So I think that is a very powerful statement as well. Also, too, before we move on, 12 might be significant. That breaks down to a 3. Threes for me are just about Trinity energy, and I see it as really like teamwork, and not just any kind of teamwork, but like a divine teamwork. So being assisted from the divine, and encompassing, I would say, just encompassing both energies of masculine and feminine. And because you are doing that within yourself, that power within you, you are feeling the strength within you and coming to know who you truly are and the power that you really truly do have, and using that as well to help you as you move forward to greater beginnings that may have had some interesting endings. And I'm hearing rose tattoos as well, so that may be significant. Or vines. Doesn't have to be roses, could be vines too. Okay, I think that's all that I'm getting from that. The next card, the last card. Exactly. So we have another 10. So I'm hearing like bing, bang, boom. Only because there's 3 10s. We got 1, 2, 3 10s here. We mentioned the 3. Excuse me, I didn't mean to bump that. And given that this is the last card, I would definitely say that this is an awesome card to have as the last card, with the Chariot being the first card, because it's just kind of seals the deal on speaking of a definite ending and coming upon a new beginning. 10s are definitely about change. We have 2 wand cards here, and so that definitely is like a fiery force, super assertive. And so I would say, just with this being an Aries moon reading, that there may have been a lot of things that you were carrying as burdens, and you may still be feeling some of that energy, given that the Judgment card is here as well, and he's underneath, or not he, but the 10 of Wands is underneath the Fool card, and the Fool is on top. So I'm just feeling like, because I noticed too, his foot is atop the rocks. I feel like these 10 of Wands here, these 10 Wands here, are a part of what he's got his foot on top of, and setting his sights towards success and victory. So I would just say, actually, I want to say, because this is the middle card too, this is like the nucleus, speaking of what this victory has been over. Because I feel like this is past energy, where this is almost like the actual current energy, these 2 first cards here, and who you are right now. And this is what has been overcome. No longer being stuck, and no longer taking on the burdens of anything from the past, or anything that may have been tying you down. I'm seeing a flute here, so this may be related to music in some way. And then I want to say too, just that with the 3 stars, like, I'm just getting a lot of 3s, so you may be seeing a lot of 3s. I feel like too, with those threes, it just is kind of speaking to the intensity of the overall spirituality of this transformation. I feel like this is definitely an awakening and going through a major transformation that may have felt not so great, but some great lessons have been learned, to where I would say that there's a definite no to any kind of repeating of any past energies that are being dropped and have been worked on and worked so hard for to get to the Six of Wands energy. And that's pretty much all I'm getting from that. I think that's a great way to end it. I hope that this was a helpful message for you and brought some clarity, brought some insight. As you were listening, maybe brought about some kind of way for you to even further your self-love or self-help. But yeah, this was the reading for Aries Moon. I thank you so much again for being here, and thank you for all of your love and support. I wish you the best. Take good care. Peace.